Well, hey there folks, and welcome back once again to the Hop House. It's Eddie here. If you have just found us on YouTube, then do me a favour, like, share and subscribe to this channel. It's the Hop House. We like hoppy beer. We like good house music. We're on the beer side right now, and we're carrying on with our reviews of some low alcohol pale ales, low alcohol beers. So beers that are invented maybe with a driver in mind, so that you are not having to just have a one drink when you're in a pub. You can have a couple and still get in your car and drive safely and legally. These beers, there's two of them that I've done. I've already done one on the previous video, which was the Adam's Ghost Ship 0.5% citrus pale ale. And they are meant to sort of mimic, I think, the full strength versions of these beers. So beer number two, I've only got the two because they're just the two that I've got in. So again, if you're new to the channel, we do try and concentrate just as we're getting into this. We're only a few months into our journey here on the Hop House. We're looking at beers that are readily available, some ones you can pick up in supermarkets or shops quite easily. Not necessarily somewhere where you have to go to a specific website or a specific brewery to order this limited edition beer and it be a silly price. It's trying to be affordable, it's trying to be accessible. Simple as that. Okay, so beer numero dos is this. It's Shipyard American Low Tide, 0.5% again, low alcohol pale ale. From Shipyard Brewery, so it's Marston's brewed, contract brewed. Shipyard are originally American from Maine, so east coast of America. I like the colour blue of the label and the little ship on it because blue's my favourite colour. American Low Tide, low alcohol, 0.5%. So just the same as the Ghost Ship in the last video. They're not fully alcohol free. And I think the way that they're going with it is they're trying to get the flavours, they're trying to get the hoppy American hop bitterness. And so maybe they have to add a little bit of sort of malt in there to produce some, to ferment and produce some sort of alcohol to give off that. I don't know. I'm not a brewer. I don't work in the industry. I've said it on many videos. I like beer, so I thought I'd just waffle on to you guys about beer. And it's just my opinion, right? Everyone's got one. Right, bottle cap there, Shipyard, which is very similar to the Shipyard IPA that we did, which is a phenomenal beer. To say it's contract brewed by Marston's, so Marston's is a big brewery in this country, it's probably one of the best beers I think that they produce. They do American Pale Ale at 4.5% on keg. I've had it in Wetherspoons and I've had it in a couple of other pubs as well that are non-Wetherspoons. It's phenomenal. It's really citrusy, bitter, hoppy, just right up my street. It's really good. So we're going to see what this one is like. Now I'm reviewing these based on flavour. That's what I'm going for. Can they get the flavour of an American hopped pale ale or a session IPA or something along those lines with such a low gravity beer? I originally bought these for Dry January. I did do Dry January this year. I did actually quite well. I did no beer whatsoever. Got back in the gyms. Got back out exercising. The gyms weren't open because we were in lockdown. But I lost half a stone. So, you know, it is worthwhile doing if you do want to give your liver a break for a month. But I did buy these, the Ghost Ship 0.5 and this Shipyard one, purely for that. And then the missus said, no, it's still beer. It's still some sort of percentage of alcohol. You're not allowed it. So, and when I say that, I'm not saying that I'm under the thumb. I'm just saying that she actually kind of helped me out because it would still have been beer. So is it cheating on Dry January? Possibly. Who knows? Right, let's get back to this review then. So we're going to get it out into the glass. I have got the Shipyard glass. You've seen it before. It's wonderful. I got it directly from Shipyard. I entered one of their online Facebook jobby competitions where you like, share and tag people. And then I won 8 bottles of their Shipyard American IPA and a glass. So well worth doing. So if you find any of these competitions online, on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram or any social media platform, enter it. You never know, you might win. Let's get it out in some glass. Now, there's a lot of stuff coming out the top of that. Wow. See that on camera? It's finally stopped now. Wow. That seems like it was very pressurised. Let's get it out. Sorry, that just threw me a bit. I've never seen anything that much amount of sort of steam and condensation come out the glass before when you open it. Into the glass. It is a goldeny pour, was the Shipyard American IPA, so this is probably quite similar to it. Not much of a head going on. The heads disappear quite quickly, but you know, it's a 0.5% hopped. It looks like a lager. It's very light in colour, very carbonated, and the heads disappeared very quickly. I have just rinsed this glass out after having the last one, so the head thing could be me and my washing my glass. I'm not going to judge it on that. But yeah, it looks very light in colour. Looks like a lager or a cider or something actually, with the bubbles in it. Interesting. Right, we'll get the nose in there, go for the aroma, so we'll give it a whiff and see what we can sniff. Now, this smells more like it. So the Ghost Ship smell just pungent, bitter, pithy, grapefruit bitter. This has what the Ghost Ship was missing. So the original Ghost Ship has the bitterness, and then it has something underneath. Something that runs through it that gives it something else. This is what this has. Smells almost, now this is going to sound a bit weird, but almost yogurty. Like when you smell a yogurt, you might get the fruitiness of whatever fruit flavour it is, but then you get something underneath it. Don't know if that's the milk or the dairy part of it. But this is what this has. So it has grapefruity bitterness, but then it has like a dairy, milky, yogurty smell that is quite similar to maybe the normal beer. I don't think it's got yogurt in it, but it smells more like it. It smells quite promising. I quite like the smell of that, I'm not going to lie. Right, give it a taste. So bottoms up and down the old hatchet. That's more like it. That is more like it. It's better than the Ghost Ship. It's more realistic. Smells gone a bit funky now. Maybe too yogurty. But taste wise, it's got hoppy bitterness there, but it has got something else. Have they actually put yogurt in this? Some sort of dairy or something. It smells very yogurty. It smells really yogurty. It's really weird. It's done a better job than the Ghost Ship though. Granted, the Ghost Ship was really bitter and pungent. That's got bitterness in it, but then it's got this yogurty feel underneath. It carries a bit of yogurty tartness, a little bit sweet as well, but it works with the bitterness. So I think it's as close as you can get from like a bittersweet hopped American hopped IPA, where the C hops are going down the middle and then the sweetness from the malt's coming through. They've had a go. They've had a go with this. But it tastes yogurty. It tastes artificial. The flavour's there, but you know it's not right. You know it's not right. There's something that in your head that's sort of going, you know, it's a bit, You just, it's better. So the Ghost Ship 0.5% just went with a pungent bitterness, and it was just way too bitter, and then it flattened out to nothing. This has the smell and the taste to try and balance it. So to try to balance it, you got the bitterness, you got this yogurty sort of tarty yogurt taste to balance it out, which sort of works, but you know it's not right. See what it says on the bottle. So Shipyard Low Tide, 0.5%. Proud pioneers of original American craft. Handcrafted from a family-owned brewery. There's a little bit left in there. Can't see it being bottle conditioned though. I mean, it's 0.5%. From this family-owned brewery. Now that's telling you about the brewery. I'll read it out again, just for those who've not heard it before. So Shipyard. From his family-owned brewery in the heart of Portland, Maine, famed for shipbuilding and ambitious world discovery, Fred Pawsley drove the original American craft beer movement. His mission to this day, to take original American craft beer around the world, making it accessible to everybody. It is contract brewed by Marston's, Burton-on-Trent. We have got style, low ABV pale ale, ABV 0.5%, seed, golden yellow, smell, mango and stone fruits, taste, fragrant, exotic, tropical fruits, sweet citrus hop. Now, I'm looking at the ingredients. Bear in mind what I just said. I have had this beer before, but it was probably about a year and a half ago. I think someone bought me this by mistake. They got this instead of the regular version. So I drank it and I was like, it's alright. But bear in mind what I said about the flavours, what I said about the smell. So, ingredients: water, barley, hops, lactose in brackets, milk and yeast. So there you go. That explains the attempt at trying to get the bittersweet counterbalance. And I tell you what, I'll be honest, I quite like it. I think it's a good attempt. It's nowhere near the original. It's a far cry from the original. But they've had a go. It smells really yogurty now though. Better than the Ghost Ship. So only 85 calories as well. The Ghost Ship was, what was the Ghost Ship? 115 for the Ghost Ship, 85 for that. Okay, so they've added lactose to it, they've put milk in it, that's why it smells and tastes a bit yogurty. But it kind of works with the citrus hop, it kind of works. So in terms of regular brewing, I suppose it's a big no-no. But for the tastes, for the flavours, and that's what I'm judging this on, it works. They've had a go. You know in your head it's not right, but flavour-wise, on the palate, it sort of is in the right direction. It's sort of, it's there, it's going where you want it to go. Not a bad attempt. Quite impressed with that. I quite like that. And if I was in a point where I couldn't drink for whatever reason, but I wanted to have something that tasted relatively what I'm used to, I'd pick that up. So maybe that's what you're going to do, add a bit of lactose to it in order to get that balance. Gets a thumbs up from me, that. I would buy that again. Swirls around in the glass, looks nice. Good lacing. Smells more yogurty now than citrus hop. Originally it smelled very hoppy with a bit of a yogurty, milky backbone, dairy. Yeah. I like it, I like it, I like it. Good. Thumbs up from me. Availability wise, it's available in Tesco. It's available, I think, in Morrison's as well. And in some Sainsbury's, I believe. It's around about, this is where it gets interesting. I think this is about £1.30 a bottle I picked it up at. So it's £1.30 for a low alcohol beer. Yet in the same supermarket you can go and get a bottle of Hobgoblin Gold for £1.19. So that's more expensive than a 4.5%. Figure that one out if you can. Same brewery as well, Marston's, same people. Yeah, Shipyard Low Tide. It's done a decent job. It's okay. They've had a go. Thumbs up from me. I would buy it again if I was ever that way inclined to get a low alcohol ABV beer. Certainly better than the Ghost Ship. They've tried, and it's not bad. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Cheers, people, and we'll see you again on the next video. Ciao for now.